Hey, what got up, guys? It's Professor Dovahkeen. Might notice this is a newer character. His name is Ronak. He's a one-handed, sword-wielding, heavy armor Nord. And I made him to start a new slate because I heard that they're making a new Skyrim DLC. And no, I'm not talking about Dawnguard. I already have Dawnguard. It's called Hearthfire, and when they announced it, I kind of looked and was like, "The crap!" It did not catch my eye immediately. I kind of honestly didn't want to buy it. I was like, "This looks dumb." Oh my gosh, I'm lagging. The reason for this was a lot of people have been saying it's Sims mixed with Skyrim, which I like The Sims. I played The Sims a lot. I would still like to play The Sims a lot if I could find my disc. But I don't know. I guess when you mix an epic story of Skyrim and a really social, fun game like The Sims, I guess people just like to rage. Um, but this is different. I mean, it's still made by Bethesda. Maxis has nothing to do with The Sims or the Hearthfire, so that's thankful. What it is you will pick a stead, plot of land somewhere in Skyrim to build a home on. And oh my gosh, these wolves are everywhere. And what you'll do is you'll pick this plot of land and you'll start building an estate. And of course, building an estate, this basically turns you into the Bruce Wayne, the Batman of Skyrim. And what I discovered was that this was a very good idea. This is a very good move by Bethesda, because I think that oh sweet lord, Bethesda. I really wanted them to release a rumored DLC. Not what I'm about to describe to you. This DLC that was rumored, I have no confirmation on whatsoever. I cannot say for sure that Bethesda is making it. I cannot say for sure whether they will make it. All I know is that I've been hearing rumors, very little rumors about it. But that's usually, this would show that that's usually about when they announce it. But then again, this is about that time they announced Hearthfire. Hearthfire is you build an estate and you can move in your spouse. You start off with a little cottage. It seemed like I just watched the trailer. I haven't read anything on it. But you can adopt kids now. But with that, you have to raise them. So you have to say, let's go play a game. Let's have you, blah 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 blah. You know, whatever. You know what a father would actually do. So I think it's cool though. For example, let's say that they do release let's say they do release the Invasion of Skyrim, and the Invasion of Skyrim, to clarify what that is, that's what happened. What the rumors say is that if they were to release it, the Thalmor would invade Skyrim, and for people like me who hate Thalmor, it's just a dream come true. Because first of all, Thalmor in general are just annoying. I don't know whether you met a lot of Thalmor, but they're just so incredibly stuck up. It's not even funny. Like, sometimes I wonder how Thalmor relate to each other. Because they're so rich. It's just, I wonder. But regardless, so, where was that? Oh yeah, so, what's cool about that though is like, they release Hearthfire first, and they release it. Dovahkeen settles down. He's like, all right, I've done my hero thing. Adopts a couple kids, because you just procreation from Dovahkeen just doesn't work out. You just end up with way too awesome kids, and it's just not fair to the children of Skyrim to have to compete with the spawn of Dovahkeen. It's just really not fair to anybody. So that's why I think Dovahkeen would adopt. But gosh, I'm lagging horribly. So what Dovahkeen would do is that he would then, oh my word, I'm frozen. Oh, there we go. So what happened is, Dovahkeen would settle down, become Bruce Wayne, like get an Alfred or somebody who's like, some dragons just want to watch the world burn, Dovahkeen. And At least, and and actually Alfred would have to be a Breton because, I mean, it just wouldn't make sense if he were like an Argonian. Just wouldn't be as cool. Might be just a little insulting actually to the Bretons, I think. Anyway, he gets like an Alfred and like chilling out. Oh my gosh, these wolves, dude. Oh, spider actually. And he gets an Alfred, and he's like, well, yeah. So she's like, well, I've done my hero thing. I'm gonna settle down and raise a family, and then a couple years later, or a year, 2, 3 later, he's got a couple of adolescent kids, and he's like, Ulfric Stormcloak comes knocking at his door, because Ulfric and Dovahkiin are tight. If you play an Imperial walkthrough, I'm sorry, but you're supporting the Thalmor. I've done it. I've played Imperial playthroughs, and it just aggravates me. I get done with everyone, and Galmar's like, this is what the Thalmor wanted. It's like, you Thalmor kids. And I was like, gosh, I hate the Thalmor. And don't get me wrong, I always feel like a jerk when I play the Stormcloak walkthroughs, but I can't. I really feel bad. Either way, really. So what happens is, Dovahkiin just straight up will knock his door. It's Ulfric and Galmar, and they're like, Uncle Ulfric, because Dovahkiin and Ulfric's families are now tight by this time, and he's like, Uncle Ulfric, yeah, did you bring kid Frey or what? I don't know what Ulfric would name his kids, but regardless, he's just like, he says, oh, I gotta get this quest here, guys, real quick. And he's, and so Dovahkiin is like, Ulfric comes, he's like, I need to speak to Dovahkiin, whoever, Mjol, Linus, that's usually who I pick for my spouse. He's like, well, he says, I need to speak to the Dragonborn, to Ron, I need to speak to Ronok, the Dragonborn. Actually, Jarl Ulfric is actually voiced by Vladimir Kulik, the guy who was actually in one of my favorite movies of all time, 13th Warrior. It's actually a Viking-ass movie, which I think why they picked him. But he's like, I need to talk to Dovahkiin. And so he walks in, and he's like, well, it's like, Ronok, Devon, Ved, Skyrim. And it dawns on him, the theme kicks up, and he's like, what do you mean, Ulfric? He says, Devon, Ved, Skyrim, the Thalmor, they're back. And Dovahkiin's like, well, what do? What do we do? And oh my heavens, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get on my horse at this point. And so he's like, well, what do we do? And he says, we need you back. And so Dovahkiin suits up again, and it's kind of that epic rehabilitation in the war society. He's like, from this whole time, I kind of picture his kids, like, not knowing who their dad is. Like, I mean, they love him, they think he's a great dude, but they don't know that he's Dovahkiin. And so I think that'll be cool that you have to like you settle down for a while, fighting on the giants, and because the giants will try and invade your homestead apparently in Hearthfire. But I think it'll be cool because I think for all this time a lot of Elder Scrolls fans, they do the whole adventure thing nonstop, and they're like, gosh, this world is so great, I want to settle in it. Because I know for me it's always annoying when you've got a great world and there's nothing beyond the adventure. There's no epilogue to your story. There's no chance for a sequel, which is what I hope Hearthfire will provide. Is a great oh crap, I hate these though. I think what Hearthfire will create what I hope will create for the Elder Scrolls Skyrim players will create a really good settle down, something in between what I hope is the invasion of Skyrim. And they may not call it the invasion of Skyrim, for all I know. They could call it something like I don't know, freaking what they call it, but like what I'm saying, nonetheless, I really hope, more than anything, I just hope they make the DLC for the Thalmor Invade. And again, that's why I made this character Thranak, is because, first of all, take a look at him. This is what I picture I would look like in Skyrim. The green eyes, green war paint, goatee, chin goatee, kind of the youth minister thing going there. That's kind of what I picture he would be like in Skyrim. So I try to make him as close as to him as I can. So yeah, and like I said, I've been saving up gold like a madman because I don't know how much anything is gonna cost, let alone the land or anything. But I guarantee you, when I get my land, it's gonna be awesome. Like I'm just gonna flourish. Literally, I'm just gonna flourish. Like, honestly, a lot of people have been saying, a lot of people aren't excited for Hearthfire. They're like, oh, this is lame, because they like the grinding, non-stop adventure, non-stop fighting, battle to the death, and then restart, reload from the last checkpoint type of thing. That's great. Me, I'm a writer. I prefer depth, character development. This is how much I love character development in Skyrim. I always cure myself of werewolvism. And this may sound dumb, but I don't like the idea of werewolvism. I get very attached to my characters. I remember when I played Oblivion, I was so sad because I failed to save Joffrey. If any of you play Oblivion, when the Great Gate opens outside Bruma, I failed to save Joffrey, and I could not let go of that. Because I had really become attached to Joffrey. I really liked Joffrey's character. So yeah, I cure myself of werewolvism every time, and I'll cure Rana here because he's in the companions. I will cure him of werewolvism, just because I don't like the idea of werewolvism. And is this this is where the frost troll is. And why did I tell Lydia to leave? That was supremely idiotic of me. Such a dumb idea. Oh my gosh. Oh, man, I don't know whether I can take this troll by myself. I wish I had a horse here. Well, you notice the horses in Skyrim. How many healing points? Okay, yeah, I should be fine. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to still showcase Ronak's ability to fight here. Actually, do I have a dragon soul that I can... Oh, I have the fire breath shot, but no souls. Dang it. Dang it. So, I'm going to fight this troll here, because this troll is always here. Without phone. Oh, there he is. Crap, son. Yeah, if I die, this could be incredibly embarrassing. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be embarrassing. He's gonna kill me. Oh, crap, dang it. Oh, I sure hope I level up. Oh, man. This is intense, dude. Oh man, this could be crazy. Oh, dude. Come on, dude, come on. Yeah, there's the business. Yeah, take that, Frost Troll. What you got now, huh? Frost Troll and teabagging in Skyrim, you know what I'm all about. No, but anyway, I just think it's a great... Hearthfire will be great. A lot of you are gonna say, well, and I mean, honestly, it's really gonna be tough for Bethesda, I think, because they're gonna get a lot of complaints. So, like I said, there are gonna be a lot of people who think, oh, this is unepic. Dovahkiin wouldn't do this, which is dumb because he totally would. But yeah, like, that's I mean, that's what I think. That's what I think Dovahkiin would do. I think as a character, Dovahkiin. I mean, even talk about one of the greatest stories of all time, Jesus from the Bible. He says, "Those who live by the sword will die by the sword," and that's all. That's not just in the Bible. A lot of stories say all soldiers, like even the Vikings. I mean, all soldiers who live by the sword will die eventually. Vikings believed this even. They thought they had a saying: kings were not like kings, great warriors. We're not meant for long life, but for glory. Most kings died in their early ages, just because they didn't necessarily want glory. This wasn't something. Hold on, my mic's having a problem here. Yeah, just most kings didn't live to be that long because that was just their culture. So, well, needless to say, I think I've pretty much laid out the Dawn Guard, the Hearthfire rather, experience for you guys. What my thoughts are on it. Like I said, if you have any more questions, let me know. Guild Wars 2 came out, so I'm playing that some. I'm still gonna make Skyrim videos just because I've actually been logging out of Guild Wars 2 to play Skyrim a couple times. I mean, I love the whole idea of Guild Wars 2. I've been waiting for it for a long time, but sometimes I'm just so hooked on Skyrim that sometimes I have to come back to it. Well, guys, like I said, you like me on Facebook, Professor Dovahkiin. I'll give you guys an update once Hearthfire comes out. It's supposed to come out in this September. I'll give you an update on what Ronuk's doing here, what his A game's all about, what I did, the choices I made. I think. Oh no, here he comes. But yeah, I think this will be. I'm really excited for Hearthfire. I think a lot of people will like it. A lot of people won't. A lot of people will. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to let you guys know. I think that's it. If you guys want to do me a favor, like me on Facebook, like I said, subscribe, like the video, favorite, whatever. Make sure you subscribe though, because I am generally pretty good about putting out videos. And if you really like Skyrim, I'm generally pretty humorous. I'm trying to be funny, mix it up a little bit sometimes. Trying to release. Trying to think about doing a dragon fight from my mage character. I put that up a little while ago. Anyway, this has been an update on AP Skyrim. Class is dismissed.